my kids were little, money was kind of tight, and I was always looking for a way of getting them to see animals, but for a deal. So we spent a lot of time at the zoo, got the membership, see chickens, aardvarks, horses. But then I heard that for one day each year, there was a very, very fancy show, horse show. And you could get in for free if you wore a hat. Now, I was broke, but I'm shameless. And so I took all the artificial Michael's flowers I had in the house. I made myself the most awkward looking Kentucky Derby hat any mom has ever put on her head. And I convinced my 4-year-old Gabriel to dress up and put on a Panama hat. And then Ben, he was the toddler. He was having none of it. But after a lot of persuasion, he agreed to wear a clown hat. And so the three of us rolled in to the Swanky Devon Horse Show looking like that. We parked, we went and saw the horses, my kids were happy. Got a few minutes left before we had to leave. And I came up with the idea I was going to give Gabriel $10. So I told him, here's $10 and you can spend it on anything you want. And he looked at me and he said, I want to go play the carnival games. Now, they're a scam. And my job as a mom is to teach my child when he was getting scammed. So I explained it to him. It's a trick. All those beautiful stuffed animals you're going to see up there, you can't have them. You should buy a souvenir. You should buy some cotton candy. Those are good decisions. And he agrees and he does it. And then we get in the car and we drive all the way to preschool. Ben's asleep in the back, so I have a lot of time to kill thinking about my day. And just how nice it was until I get to that moment. And then all I can remember is Gabriel's face. The first time in his whole life he ever had his own money and the freedom to do anything he wants with it. And then the look the second I took that away. Now, the hard part about being a mom is you really have to get comfortable with that feeling about how many times you're going to fail because you're going to do it constantly. This one felt different. So when Gabriel got back in the car, I told him that I was sorry and I'd broken our deal. And it was supposed to be his $10. And I offered to give him $10 more. And he was excited and he took it. And then I said, and if you want, we can drive the 40 minutes back up and you could play the games. Because this was going to be a good lesson, right? He was going to learn some consequences, but he was also going to get to spend his money. He was super excited. He says, of course I want to drive up the 40 minutes again. So we go all the way back up to the horse show. We put back on our hats and we park the car and we walk all the way to the gate, go straight through to the games. And then he started winning. He didn't just win once. The kid, by the way, is still a complete magician when it comes to these games. But at this point, he's a preschooler. And he's winning 2 squeezy toys, like 2 stuffed animals, one of those rubber duckies, and one of those squeezy toys where the eyeballs pop out. And I'm watching him and I'm thinking, first of all, how, right? People are cheering. We look ridiculous. Like nobody can believe any of this. And as I'm watching, I realized if I had done what I wanted to do, none of this would have happened. I wouldn't have had this memory of Gabriel. It would have been lost. I wouldn't have even known I'd missed it. So Gabriel is a senior in high school right now. And he's going to move away. And I have less than a year left with him living with me. And I want to spend that year keeping him safe and teaching him all of the ways that the world is going to try to screw him. I do. I want to protect him because I love him that much. But I can't stop thinking about that show, that horse show. And that day where he was so optimistic and he was so thrilled with seeing what he's capable of. And so even though I want to be the mom that keeps him safe, I've decided to not be that mom. I've decided to be the mom that believes in this great kid and all of the beautiful optimism he has. And I'm always going to believe in him as much as he believes in himself. And sometimes even a little bit more.